You ever been in a yoga class and someone's dropped a... or like, you know, you're all zenned out.
Like meditative.
And then you're just engulfed in the warmth of that glow.
The acting coach that I'm working with right now, he always says before we should study a scene even, like, or do a reading, he says, I want you to take a deep breath in and very slow exhale. He wants us to go into the scene extremely calm.
Yeah,
quiet.
That's good. It's like a blank canvas, isn't it? You know the old Etch-a-Sketch things that you used to have as a kid?
Yes.
You want to like have a freshie.
Yeah.
Nero would be whiteboard wipe. Get that clear.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can fully embrace the character, I guess.
It's true though. Yeah, if you can come in with a fresh mind, a still mind. You can just write on a blank canvas. Exactly. Exactly.
Sick. I feel like, well, I mean, this is the case in any kind of class, isn't it? The more you can approach it with the freshness of like a child's eyes, the better you are going to be at absorbing the information, anything that you're engaging with in it.
Yeah.
You know this kid I'm mentoring?
Yes.
I was in the studio with him last night. So he's 13. The guy I've brought in like a studio engineer to sit with him, master his tracks, work with him, and then there's me. So it's like 3 levels of age, and I'm watching the studio engineer, I'm learning, and then I'm seeing this young genius also like offer his perspective. And at one moment yesterday I was just smiling to myself, just the fact that I'm getting to see through the ages almost, you know?
Yeah.
See myself in him, see myself in this guy, learning from him, teaching this guy. Dude, so sick.
Trip, man.
It was. And then I was just giggling to myself. Like, I can't believe I'm so lucky to be in this situation. In the sickest studio. Watching someone who's fresh, talented, driven, being taught by someone who's a master of his talent, you know. The engineer is Grammy-nominated, and he's 27. And then there's me, 43. It's just like, that's awesome, man. Like, I'm so lucky to be in that environment. And you're doing that in acting class. You know, there's a group of other talented people that are all in their element doing that thing, and you get to be in that room with them, learning with them from someone that is a master of their craft. Mm-hmm. Like your chefs, bro.
It's so interesting to see how he comes to a scene. Like, he lets us listen to his thoughts when he actually prepares for a scene, and he just makes that stuff up on the fly. Like, oh, you're running in Central Park, New York, and then you're showing up to the park. You see the park, people have a picnic, there's dogs running around. All of a sudden you see this girl running towards you, and she passes you, and you're like, hi. She says, hello. It's been a while. Has it? So that's the scene. Like, he just makes up some random scene. And then he's like, how do you go about it? Let's say you're the guy who broke up with a girl 3 months ago, and you absolutely regret that decision. You've been depressed.
So he puts you in the situation.
And the girl...
Role play.
And the girl, he says the scene is, the girl is like, even though she was the one who was left, that was the best decision. Why didn't he break up with me sooner? Why didn't I do it? And she's just flourishing. Her career goes up. Her life gets good. She loses weight. And so he's like, all right, let's do this. Like, it's just 2-line scene. hi, 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 right? So he's like thinking out loud of how he comes to the read in a studio, if that's the scene. It's like, oh man, I barely slept this morning. Shit, drank too much. Man, I don't even want to get out of bed. Like, I've just been freaking sad and sadder week after week after week. I kind of have to force myself to get out, man. You go out and you go to the park, and it's I should say I. And you see the people, and you just hate everyone in the park, man. Like these couples that are laughing and happy. It's like you just hate all of them, all of them. You just want to wipe everything out with just like this. You don't want to see any of that. And you're like, just keep moving. And then you see her, and you're like, it's almost like something illuminating is coming towards you. It's like, damn, she's even prettier than I remembered her to be. Fuck, what did I lose? So this is, and then he keeps going, and then the girl comes, and you're like, you've broken up with her, you tried to get her back, she's not coming back, but you see her, and you're like, almost like you're getting butterflies, and you're, hey, a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
Just that little bit of hope. You know, it's like just this is how, for one word, he gets into a scene. Much more than this, I give you the short version. But he's really getting into that emotional state with everything that comes, not just a little bit of sadness or down. It's when you say that high, it's that high that you made a huge mistake 3 months ago.
Yeah.
You've tried to get her back. You're saying this high, which is kind of hopeless, but also maybe things have changed since the last time you spoke, and maybe she is again interested in you. That's all that goes into that high. And so I'm learning this. Never acted in my life before, you know, so I'm learning all of this, and it's actually living that in the moment. It's not making that line up beforehand. It's like I need to actually walk myself from my bedroom to the park, and then you're coming, and I'm seeing the situation for the first time.
Yeah.
That's authenticity.
Yeah, it sounds like he's painting the picture with as much emotional detail, as much emotional color as possible, because you have to place yourself in that state, that feeling,
live it
in order to be able to. This is so interesting as well, because Jack has been doing a lot of modeling recently, and a lot of the casting stuff that you've been sending him and whatever the other networks he's on, he's doing videos and slates for certain things, and they have to feel a certain way. And especially in a photograph, like to be able to get across a feeling in just your eyes or just your face shape.
That's tough.
Like he had to do dread the other day, and it's like, okay, show me your dread face. And he did this face, and like Kyla did the same thing. Like, what's your face? And I'm like, that's hilarious. Like, is this dread? And then she did a face, and I was like, okay. How do you get that across? Well, you have to go to that place inside yourself, feel that emotion, and then express that.
Exactly.
And the greatest actors are able to kind of go there, are able to shorten the distance between how long it takes for them to get there.
And the authenticity with which they can actually experience that, independent of the time it takes them to get there. And that's why he wants us to go in there with a blank slate, because the blank slate allows you to paint whatever you want on it.
Yeah, because if you're thinking about something else later on, or
if your personal life goes into this scene, that little distraction is going to take away from you actually feeling that dread in the moment, or that hope in the moment, whatever the situation calls for. It's so interesting, man. Such a different form of art for me. I've never done anything like that.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And what really does help, though, is the fact that I guess I've been practicing some meditation, and I've been practicing kind of awareness for like quite some time now. So I think this ability to be still, it really helps to get into it more authentically. What's still there is a little bit of nervousness when you're acting in front of people. The moment that goes away, I think I think that's when you take it to the next level.
The nervousness is you performing in front of other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's you thinking about what they think of you, or how good your performance is.
That always takes away
how
from your
authentic
authenticity.
your performance is. Yeah, it's just. What a swankster. Yeah, I can understand that. I think that's such a good practice for you.
That's the very reason I'm drawn towards it.
Yeah.
Because it feels a little awkward.
Yeah. I love that you do this.
That was the very reason I think I was also willing to start podcast, because it feels a little bit awkward the first time is it. Now it doesn't, but in the first few times when we went to Oscar's studio, I was quite nervous because of how people perceive us. Specifically me, how do people perceive me? How do I sound? Do I make any sense? Like all these doubts you have about yourself.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the acting. Bro, I have this thing where I think it comes from the place I grew up in, Obertshausen, Germany, where all my friends were always like, they had this confidence / fake confidence when they were like, if he can do it, I can do it. It's like, I can do this much better than you. This is always how they would react to anything. Whether it was getting chicks, soccer, making money, getting a good body, they were like, I can do this too. This is kind of in me, man. When I see something, it's like, I can do this too. Mm-hmm. It's the first reaction. And then I do it, and then kind of doubt comes in. But the first reaction is, I can do this too. Then I start doing it, and it's like, oh, okay. It wasn't as easy as I thought. But then from there, you take it. You don't just let it go. You keep going.
Yeah, but dude, that courage that you have, that street urchin courage that you have to be like, yeah, I can do that. I love that, bro. Don't ever lose that.
Yeah.
Don't ever lose that, whatever it is. Because that also is the way to approach everything.
It's easy, yeah. I can do it. It's really easy.
I want to try. I'll give it. I'll go. Dude, that's it. Mm-hmm. That's the way to approach life.
I agree. And especially when it's coupled with discomfort, you have something there to approach. Mm-hmm. The more discomfort you sense, I think the more it should be magnetic for you to go towards it. There's a lot of gold. You can say there's a lot of gold to be found. Mm. If you approach that situation. And it allows you to keep your eyes on the task itself and less so on the outcome, right? I could do this acting training now and be like, why am I not booking my first role? Why am I not making money yet? But literally, I don't even think about that because I'm more so concerned about leaning into this feeling of awkwardness and doing it. That's kind of the thing that I'm going for right now. And I think the byproduct of it is going to be you book some role or whatever. But if you can do this for that reason rather than for the outcome, yeah, you're less likely to give up and just do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also this living on the edge of your like you can be in the area of comfort, like what you're good at already, and you can probably continue doing that. Mm-hmm. But if you want to expand, grow, develop, evolve, you have to be on the outskirts of what you're good at in order to get better at that thing. It's just that's the area that you want to be at. And you've got to be challenging yourself. Like if you're on that point, you're on the precipice of things.
Yeah.
You're expanding outwards. You're developing. Like that's how you get better at something. How do you think people think of a tightrope walker? How do they? It's something that you see someone do, and you're like, yo, how do you even begin to walk doing that? But it has a beginning point, doesn't it?
It does. There's also science to playing, specifically, you can see that in children, where playing really only happens when there is not too much of a discrepancy between where you're at and the other person you're playing with or the thing you're playing with. So you want to play with someone who challenges you but is not completely out of your league, because then you lose interest. When it's too easy, you lose interest.
Yeah.
But when it's pushing you a little bit, like you just said, like the tightrope walker, it pushes the boundaries a little bit. And there's some interesting research on having purpose in life. And there's 3 specific categories that are correlated with people that say they have a purpose in life. First thing is autonomy, the fact that you make your own decisions, that other people don't make the decisions for you. The second one is stretching your boundaries, which is exactly what you say, is doing things that are challenging but not completely discouraging. It's almost like I could get there. It's just pushing the boundary a little bit. And the third thing is doing something that serves other people, being part of a community, having this feeling of serving something greater than you. And if you think about your own life, bro, anything that you do that kind of ticks off those 3 things, it's always the thing that absorbs you.
Yeah.
And the more we fill life with these types of things, the more of a purposeful life we live, scientifically even. And I think that's why these things like we're talking about, for me, for example, the acting is, I always wanted to do it, but I was afraid of doing it, but I made the decision to do it. I did it. Not you did it, not my parents did it for me, like me going to school, getting my bachelor's, master's, PhD. Those were decisions that were essentially made for me. I just went along with them. Second thing was, for this one, is it's uncomfortable. I've been in front of the camera, like I've done modeling, but I haven't really acted, really acted. So I'm pushing that boundary there a little bit. And it's an art form, ultimately. Like, if you do this, even the person I'm practicing with in a coaching session, there's something they're getting out of it too. The same way I'm getting it out of them. I'm getting something out of them, doing it with them or interacting with the coach. So there is these 3 boxes ticked off. And so I have the responsibility, I feel, to do it. I don't want to make it even a choice. It's like, you have it there in front of you. Do it. Do it.
Bro, you're in such a good part of your life at the moment. I love this era for you. It's exploratory.
Very.
It's curiosity. It's your Ubertshausen version of you coming out to play.
First time in my life. First time in my life. Never ever like this before. Took me a long time, man. My life was always very much, it has to fit this shape. And then,
Because you're an achiever.
yeah,
And you're a high achiever.
yeah. But what constitutes high achieving was given to me. It was not something that I decided it is. It was something that I adopted as part of the people around me, my family, kind of the expectations of my culture. And also how I set myself apart from other people. Like I said in the other episode, this type of uniqueness. I always thought that this high achieving and the uniqueness has to be part of it. And the way I always defined uniqueness is, how can I stand out in terms of degree? How can I stand out in terms of, I guess, physique? How can I stand out in terms of intellect? But those are all reasons from the ego. You know, it's very different to doing something out of real purpose.
Dude, you always talk about the ego like it's the bad thing. It's not.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that. Because it did allow me to get to this point where I'm now making this decision.
I just want to make sure that you're
it
not.
got me to the US. It got me my green card. It got me a job that I love doing. It did all of that. It got me modeling with the physique and the Instagram and stuff. It did all of that. But there is a moment when you understand certain things, and if you ignore them, if you're being ignorant of that, that is gonna haunt you. I didn't know any better back then. But the moment that you do know better, you have the responsibility to living up to that better knowing. And when we neglect that, even though we know, is when things get problematic. So now I'm giving into this knowing that there is a purpose that transcends these categories that I artificially created to distinguish myself. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So let me just get to the bones of this then. What do you think that is for you?
Specifically, what's the question?
What's your purpose?
What's my purpose? I'm going to give you a weird answer to that, dude. Might not satisfy you at all. I think it's accepting the is. Would be my answer today, is accepting the is.
Okay, can
But
I?
yeah,
We got to get more granular than that.
sure. Into the is goes a lot of things go into the is. When I say accepting the is accepting the present moment, accepting whatever's happening in front of your eyes, having that surrender to the moment. The question you're asking is, what do you do to shape the moment to a specific degree?
No, I want to understand what you feel at this given moment, what your purpose is in life.
I think it's the surrender and the acceptance of the present moment.
Okay, so
I would say that's my answer to it.
So Puya's purpose is to let go
Yes.
of control.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I'm going to put a little distinction to it, because it could sound like I don't care about anything, and that's not the case. It's more so detaching from the importance to change the things in front of me. It doesn't mean that I don't put planning into it. It doesn't mean that I don't put drive into it. And it doesn't mean that I'm doing certain things in life that I'm identified with. I'm doing all of that. But after I do this, then there is this thing of acceptance, independent of outcome, moment to moment. Doesn't mean that you don't go back and you rethink strategy. You can do all of that. But what do you do afterwards? You rethought strategy. You put these things in place. Now you're doing this for the job. You're doing this for the acting. Doing all of that. But what do you do afterwards? That's where I'm like, let me not evaluate every present moment upon a specific expectation. Let me accept the present moment. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what all of us struggle with the most. Not just me or you.
Anyone being present.
Is we evaluate everything in the present moment upon the achievement of specific outcomes, our desires. And we evaluate the present moment all the time through our memory, and then mapping that upon some type of expectation into the future. And that's what's causing this stress with the present moment. So it's whenever I start thinking like that, is centering myself again into the present moment. I think that's what I'm, at least currently. That could change again in a month. In the last months, I think that's what I've been working on the most, leaning into that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if that's a satisfying answer for you. You probably wanted, like, I guess,
no, I don't know,
chasing my fears, or yeah, I would have said that last year would have been doing the things I'm most afraid of. That would have been one of my purposes. But I think that the deeper thing is the acceptance of the present moment. It doesn't mean that doesn't go into it.
Well, you can make that. I mean, the present moment is whatever you make of it. The present moment is perfection.
Do you have to make anything of the present moment?
No.
Could you just?
You just have to be present in the moment.
And in order to do that, don't you have to stop evaluating things based upon your memory and the future?
Presence is a gift. Picasso said, the meaning of life, or certainly said the purpose of life, is to discover your gift. And the meaning of life is to give it away. I like wordplay.
Yeah, but what does it have to specifically do with the present moment?
To be in it. Mm-hmm. To realize that it is a gift.
And the giving away part is the surrender?
Yeah.
Yes. That would be my answer to the purpose of life for me. Now you, sir, please.
I'm coming at it from the same kind of an angle. All of my music and all of my art is basically around the letting go of control. Like, the song's called Let Go. I have a familiar pattern in the way that I express myself through my music. Through anything that I create is really following the same kind of path. Like I told you before, one of my favorite books is The Surrender Experiment. So it's the book that I love. So that messaging is there for me too. The way I do that is by I guess kind of expressing myself through light-hearted silliness and sharing joy with people, like to embrace that child part of me that kind of, I suppose, doesn't want to grow old but wants to find the fun out of every situation and wants to kind of settle into that. I'm like Peter Pan a little bit. I don't want to get old. I joke about getting old, but I also feel like it's whatever. Like this might be getting old, but I don't feel any different inside.
I don't sense you being old, man.
Yeah.
You're a 15-year-old at heart.
I am.
Maybe even younger.
Yeah.
15-year-olds are a bit crazy. You're more of a 4 or 5-year-old.
I think it's good to be around people that have youthful energy.
Yeah, that's why I think I like to be around you. I think that's why I always tell you people like to be around you. You have this very childlike joy. Even your silly videos, I always crack up. I think they're hilarious, man. I think that you do that. You uplift people with doing that. So your purpose is embracing your inner child, and by doing so, sharing that inner child with other people. Sharing play with other people, playing with other people, really.
Yeah.
Uplifting them.
I definitely notice that a lot when I'm around like all of these kids in the kids ministry. And the more relaxed I am and the more engaging I am with them, the more magnetic I am and the more that they come around. And it's very difficult to even, like, you can't think of anything but being in that moment. But there's no way that, because there's so many things coming at you, and then a kid's come over with a rocket that he's just built, and then another one's like, I just passed my maths test, and then another one's like, I did something, and they're just all like, it's just, but it's epic, bro. It's epic. I cannot wait to be a dad. Dude,
bro,
so good.
Can we time this?
Can we time it? What?
Yeah. So we're doing this at the same time.
Oh, please, bruv.
Bro, like having the kids growing up together is freaking amazing. Imagine we go to Barcelona together.
Oh, man.
Families.
Should we get controversial real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I met a guy recently, a gay guy, and he's created an app called Gaby.
Gaby?
Yeah. What's your thoughts or your stance on gay people raising children? And do you know what's also interesting? The kid that I'm mentoring, he plays at a kids rave, and for Pride Month next month, they're doing Pride themed thing, and he's a Christian and doesn't want to be DJing on that night, or that day, sorry. And he was like, it's kind of a bit weird that you'd have a Pride thing at a kids rave. Is that kind of giving an interesting message to kids?
Maybe it is, man. I don't know.
Do you have any thoughts on that? Because I'm like, the reason I ask is because I'm very open and loving towards gay people, but when it comes to, like, there's just these fringe areas where I wonder whether, I don't know. I find it's an interesting area. Would you want, is that sensitive?
I'm sure it is. I think there's also some science which I'm not aware of, though, to really speak about it scientifically, of having same-sex parents raise children, if there's any difference in personality outcomes later on. I think what's important in general is to have sort of a masculine and a feminine energy when it comes to bringing up a kid. There is something that a father gives the kid, which is this kind of like this rough, loving play with the kid, like this pushing of the boundaries almost a little bit.
Yeah, because you always have. It's funny. It makes me think of my, like, growing up. You'd, like, if one of your parents said no, you'd always go to the softer one.
You do, yeah.
And likely that's the mum.
Yeah.
But it could very well be the dad that's softer.
Typically, it's the mum.
I mean, if you've got a daughter, they're probably going to come to you and they're going to be able to bring you over. There's no chance, dude.
I was telling this to my mom. I was like, dude, if I have a daughter, it's going to be hard for me to say no. I just know it. It's like, you try to be strict, but then
Dude,
they're so
when you're little
cute,
cute,
man.
you come in and she's going to be like, but daddy,
I guess.
it's cooked, dude.
It cooked, man.
You
It's like
cooked,
just soft.
mate.
It's like, all right, one more. I remember even with our dog, that dog was a female. I swear I would have had it easier if it was a guy. But because it was a female dog, it's like, all right, one more treat.
Yeah,
5
because you're having the
10
treats with them.
Bro, it's
Okay,
like-
all right, another.
See, I get soft. So I think if I have a daughter, it's going to be worse than that. So I think that's important for a kid, however they're raised. It's like you want to have both of those energies. Luckily, I had that. My mom was very loving, very caring, very nurturing. My dad also, but he definitely had a little bit of a rougher side as well. I remember he grounded me a few times, which he kind of like, I feel like he set some boundaries for me that are difficult to set for a mother, especially towards a son. And so you want to have both of those energies in there. I just don't know personally any gay couples that have kids to see if I have any observational data on that.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit theoretical, isn't it? It's interesting to me because growing up, my dad was always very gay. It's wrong to be gay, and so naturally I'm gonna rebel against that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm gonna rebel against that, but I think naturally there was some part of me which felt like, why is that wrong? Why can't, especially when it comes to two people loving each other? Okay.
For you, it's tough though, from a Christian perspective, right?
I know.
How do you deal with that?
I come at it with love. And this is also another interesting thing. My niece is gay and was married to another girl, and they got married, and my dad's at the wedding and all this kind of stuff. There was just not much said about that situation. No direct conversations with my dad about it. And I only recently just found out that on the journey to Scotland for this wedding, my dad called his other Christian friend who has a gay son to ask how should I approach this? And his answer was, it's not our job to judge it, it's just our job to love them. Which is an epic answer. They're going to make their own decision regardless. It is what it is. And now they're raising a kid, 2 mothers raising a child, a boy. So I guess I have got direct experience on that.
You do.
And how do I think they're raising him? I mean, from my limited interactions with
he?
them. Oh, he's not even 1 yet. I think maybe he might even be 1 year old.
Okay.
And I think, you know what, if I even play that whole situation out and he's 18 years old, he's just going to have been brought up in an extremely open and loving family. Is he going to be the one that makes his decision at the end of the day, like you have made your own decisions on how you run your life? Yeah. Is he going to be influenced by his mothers? Maybe. Were you influenced by your mum and your dad? Yeah. Did you decide to do what they wanted you to do? Not necessarily. I didn't do what my mum and dad wanted me to do, otherwise I'd be a lawyer.
Yeah, you were a rebel.
You didn't
early.
either.
I kind of did though with the.
You kind of did, but then you're also here, experiencing and doing whatever you want in the present moment. So isn't it always just going to be that way? And every single time we try and figure out what it should be like or what someone else could be doing, we're putting ourselves into an impossible position. We're trying to think outside of our own consciousness. All we can do is be us.
Well, that makes it kind of challenging for you from a Christian standpoint, because then you have the value judgment of Christianity, of what's right and wrong and good or bad.
My job is to act like Jesus would. And he would love everyone. He wouldn't be judging them.
So how do you bring that together with, so I don't know, in Christianity, what's prohibited in terms of same-sex relationships? You're not supposed to do that, right?
I mean, I don't know what the Bible says about that.
Yeah, but that's it's a conundrum, isn't it? If you're actually a strict Christian, I would think that that's a conundrum.
Yeah, well, there's levels of Christianity, and I'm
I
sure
guess.
that you can be like extreme fundamentalist, or you can be more liberal, more tolerant, more
Yeah.
open. And I think it's going to fit somewhere in between it.
So it's not
The
being
more that
dogmatic
you
for
can act as Jesus would, the closer you're going to be to pureness, I think. And I think you can get a little bit too much like that, when really you should just be living and loving. And what other people do is not really in your control anyway. So you don't have to agree with everything, but you also don't have to condemn it. That's not our place to do.
Also, why are you so offended by it to begin with when you look at it? That's a big good question to ask as well.
That's really where it comes.
What is it that makes you uncomfortable about it? Because that shouldn't be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you believe in it or not, if you feel a certain way, then that's something you could probably explore
Yeah.
in yourself.
Because I'm kind of protective over gay people, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Doesn't mean I want to be up in their bum, but I certainly do enjoy the flirting. Does that make me not Christian? No, I don't think that makes any difference. And I think that gay people can go to
they
church
probably love
too.
you, huh?
Gay people should be able to go to church. And I'm sure
They do.
But I wouldn't want to be in a church that didn't allow gay people to go there and be who they are, and also be trying to communicate to God and to be
Is that a thing?
a good person. Yeah, I'm sure there are churches that are more...
The ones here though aren't like this. I think the ones we've seen, they let them in, right?
They let them in.
No, like everyone is in there.
That's how I think
Any
church
sex,
should be.
Yeah.
Like whatever place or position you are in life, you should be open. It's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
What kind of a religion is that? What kind of a good religion is that's like, no, you can't be a part of us? I don't think that's the right way to approach things. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
just my thoughts.
This so far detached from, I guess, my interest. It's like I really don't give a single damn. What I don't like is,
I don't like othering people. That's why I don't like it to be like us and them. Look, we're on the same
get it.
planet.
yeah, exactly.
So
man.
if anyone's being like marginalising someone else, there's some part of me that wants to stick up for them, whether I agree with it or not. It's like don't bully. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Minor Bruder.
Bro, I really dig that jersey, man.
It's sick, isn't it, Brev?
In the light, right? Right now, I think it was
It's proper sweating underneath here, though, mate.
It's not very breathable,
Yeah.
is it?
Maybe not this fabric, but
Looks great on you, man. Pop up the collar for a second,
pop up the collar.
like Eric Cantona.
Ripping.
It's cold, bro.
Cold. Bro, why don't we have something underneath the collar so that when it flips up, it's got something written there?
Like a chili emoji.
Yeah, it says Iceman or something.
Yeah.
Well, not Iceman, because I'm not going to do Drake any favours.
Like I got the sniffles.
We put it up and it says, I got the sniffles.
Yeah. Looking for Tylenol.
Having something under the collar would be a dope little hidden Easter
Agreed.
egg, though.
Yeah.
Because remember we were saying before about having something on the inside or something like that. Yeah. Classic jersey, mate. This is 2025 season.
Dude, if the print of the arms would have been a little bit more elevated, this would be a sick jersey as is.
Yeah, you know what it needs to be?
Like the one that you sent. That the print should be like that.
It needs to almost look like it's tapestry textured, doesn't it?
Yes.
You know? Or even, dude, if it wasn't screen print and it was actually like
Yes, that's
that
what I
kind
mean.
of to the touch.
Yeah, elevate it. Precisely. Might have to do two versions, a home and an away. A pre-rebrand and a post-rebrand.
I'm down.
You want to show people what's on the back of the jersey? The best part,
Kind
man.
of brooder.
We almost, oh my goodness.
Number 9.
This is the best striker the world has ever seen.
Ever seen, Brev?
Scores left,
Still
right,
talking about him 2,000 years
false
later.
9,
Bro,
full 9,
binged
drops into
every time.
midfield.
Never,
My goodness
never
gracious.
died.
That should, by the way, the thumbnail needs to be
Dude,
that.
never got injured.
Never got injured. Even when he got injured once, he healed miraculously.
Exactly, yeah.
It was instant, bro.
They tried.
They tried.
They were booing him.
Everybody-
Nothing changed.
No, nothing changed.
He just came scoring. He had his own chant as well, similar to your one. He's over in Earth Cafe, or he's scoring goals. He was just scoring goals.
With his long hair, dude.
Oh, bro, just amazing.
Number
Imagine what
9.
kind of a poster child he would have been as well. Just all handsome, just long hair flowing, just
His FIFA card would be 99.
Oh, unreal.
Unreal. Everything
Scoring
full.
from every angle.
Everywhere. Left, right. Passing 99. Intelligence. Balance.
Where would he have been rubbish though? Would there have been anywhere where he couldn't have scored very many good goals with some sandals
Anger.
on? Rubbish sandals. He had the wrong type of boots.
No, but he doesn't
Sliding around.
Yeah. I think it would be aggression. He
You
would
think
lack
he would be low on aggression?
low on aggression. Yeah, I think so. His aggression would be low,
Yeah, this is true.
but team player would be freaking
He'd be high on
10,000.
sacrifice.
Huge.
Yeah.
Greatest team player of all time. He rather assists than scores, but he's so good that he scores all the time too.
He'd be like Bruno from Man U. Just constantly beating the assist record.
Bro, he's like dribbling past everyone, past the goalie, and then waits for you to come and passes it to you. You just tap it in. Can you imagine if you are the co-striker with Jay Christ? Dude, you're gonna have like a
fella, you're
200
yeah,
plus
it's
goal
done.
season.
It's done.
It's done.
Dude, co-striker
The amount
with
of
Jay.
leverage that team has that has Jay Christ, the players are gonna come
I know.
and essentially play for free, man.
Dude, insanity.
Insanity.
Imagine being up front with Jay Christ.
Yeah, what do you do, man? What a trip.
Jersey sales will be through the roof.
Unbelievable. Bro, today, speaking of jersey sales, Kith dropped a collection with Messi for the World Cup
Yeah?
at 8 a.m. I go on there, 8:14 a.m.
Oh, finished?
I have an only extra large and extra large left. They have a couple of items, but this was a long sleeve jersey. I put it in my cart. Went on a different website to look at the measurements of the jersey. Go back, is out of stock.
Dude.
Bro, everything gone, like wiped out of the homepage. And then I went on the comments and people were like,
Is it an Argentina jersey?
yeah, it's
Classy.
a lot of Argentina stuff with Kith. Like Kith logo, Messi logo,
Kith killing
Adidas.
it at the moment.
Huh?
Kith killing it at the moment.
Yeah, are they? Or
Well, I don't know. You keep mentioning
The
them.
Solomon, yeah, they were doing the Solomon. They do a lot of collaborations now. But the jersey was gone, and immediately, dude, they released it today. It's already on StockX.
Of course.
They're resellers, they're roasting the market.
Yeah.
All these bot accounts just buying everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to get a second jersey because Alex also Argentina fan. Because we watch a lot of Messi documentaries.
She is now.
And she's now. We watched the Ronaldinho documentary. We watched a lot of stuff. We watched the Clásicos together. So we have one Argentina
I
jersey.
love how
which-
you're making her a fan.
Bro, come on, man.
Of course,
You think
bro.
I'm an amateur?
No.
That was the first thing I did. Immediately. Barcelona stand. Don't look anywhere else. It's Barcelona. I told her about the culture. I told her about the history of the club. Told her how shitty Real Madrid is. How annoying the fans are. The entire team. Like how freaking annoying the players are. She sees all of that now and she sees it with her own eye. Says, Puya, you were so right. You were so right. She even roasts some of her colleagues at work that are Real Madrid fans. When Barca beats them, she sends them crying smileys.
Ah!
And then they respond like, you've been what, Barcelona fan for 2 days? I'm like, they're just salty. Don't you worry about it. So now, Argentina jersey to represent Messi. But she's in it, dude. She's passionate.
That's superb.
Yeah, she's like, why is he not getting a card? She says that
Oh,
in the game.
sensational. From
When the
her.
Real Madrid guy is doing, because they always get favored by the referees all the time, the most favorite team in the world.
Yeah, so
it's like,
annoying.
how is he
Dude,
not
it's
getting a
it's
card?
like Ray, the Mexican ref from BMF.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so annoying. Why
Annoying,
are you
bro.
on there?
This
Are
is
you
all
getting
the
paid
same.
by them or something? bro?
Yeah, it's all like the referees go there and they're like, they almost apologize to the players. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's so annoying.
Annoying, dude.
Don't you referee my life?
Exactly. Get out of the way. And so,
He'd be an amazing person to have on the podcast. Should we get a
Ray?
ref? Yeah. His
bro, he was
philosophy on life.
he's a top tier legend. The amount of fights he got into with Bonnie and all those guys. With his bad calls, he had so many bad
he's
calls.
unreal, man. You just
Dude, his calls
you
were
didn't want to get on
terrible.
his nerves before the match. You
No.
see, but you actually had to go up and actually kind of
If
schmooze
you
him
got
up a
on his
little bit.
nerves, you got all the calls
Oh, it's done.
against you. That reminds me of Musty, my friend in Obertshausen. Dude, he played for this village club where I'm from, Hausen, Teutonia Hausen. I wasn't on their team, but all my other friends and him were playing on this team. Dude, this guy was so confident. I'm not even kidding. This is not a joke. This can be confirmed by some of my friends in Germany. Dude, he was so confident at like 13, 14 years old. He was a real Kenneck, like a real Kenneck, street kid. He would tell the coach who would play on the weekends. The coach back then was Franz. And he would tell Franz Babic, he said, no, this
Well,
guy...
Musty would decide
Musty
who
would
played.
tell him, bro, he's like 13, 14 years old. He would tell the coach who's playing. So, dude, any one of my friends who would be in a fight with him the week of the game because of something happened. Like,
Oh, it's finished. Yeah, they're off.
bro, they wouldn't play the weekend.
He's such a power-hungry boy.
Come Freitag, I'm speaking German.
Come Freitag.
Come Friday, you'd have to be like good with Musty because Saturday is the game. Obertshausen against some other team. Bro, he would tell the coach who's playing and who is not. That tells you about the confidence, man. Top tier legend.
Tells you about the coach as well.
Tells you about the coach.
Was the coach scared of Musty?
Everyone was scared of Musty.
At 13?
Bro, he was just he was a tyrant, bro.
What did the coach think was going to happen if he didn't do what Musty told him?
I think Musty inflated his value. So the coach was like, damn, I have to kind of like listen to him because he's my top player, because he was selling himself very much.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, he's top tier legend.
I got to meet this guy, man. Can we get him to Vegas? Let's get him on a FaceTime at least once.
Dude, I haven't spoken to him in years. But even Alex wants to meet him.
I bet you he'd love to talk to you, just for old time's sake.
Oh yeah, we were
cracking up from as soon as he answered the phone.
Yes.
We've got to connect this guy.
We got to connect this guy. He's a DJ, by the way.
Let's go. Maybe we get him on Morning Wood.
Yeah, he would probably.
Dude, would he crush it on Morning Wood?
Bro, he would come and play, but the thing is, he plays hip hop. Is he accepted? He plays old school. Like
I would do it just for you.
Hip hop, Afro beats. He plays a lot of.
Oh, if we could get him to do Afro beats, yeah. If we could get him to
he would play Afro beats.
Yeah, if we could get him to like show the flavour of like where he grew up or something, that would be a bit more interesting than R&B.
Bro, if I get him here, okay, he plays in Frankfurt. If I get him here, could he like play a little bit of music at like Live, for example?
I mean, Live's a stretch.
Bro, that would take him. He would go to Obertshausen. He would not even talk to anyone anymore.
He's probably already booked himself a gig at Live anyway.
Bro, if we get him here and he plays at that club, it's game over.
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah. It's game over, finished. But let me see if I can get him on, dude. Ideally, I would like to have him here.
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to have a conversation with him. The amount of times he's come up as well in our conversations. Like, I want to meet the people that shaped you, because he had an impact on you.
Huge impact. Bro, he had a huge impact because, see, this thing of, I can do this. What does this guy want? I'm better than him. Bro, that was him. That's his spirit. That's the thing that I was around every single day growing up.